Coming up on Access USI, racist flyers are found on campus. USI holds an opening for the new Fuquay Welcome Center, and Attorney General Jeff Sessions resigns. All this and more right here on Access USI.
Good evening and welcome to Access USI. I'm Ann Powell.
And I'm Rachel Lohorn.
We start tonight with breaking news. Jeff Sessions resigned today as Attorney General. CNN reporter Laura Jarrett has the details.
At President Trump's request, Jeff Sessions is out as Attorney General. Submitting his resignation letter to the president, quote, "I have been honored to serve as Attorney General and have worked to implement the law enforcement agenda based on the rule of law," wrote Sessions. Trump has made no secret of his disdain for his Attorney General.
I'm disappointed in the Attorney General for numerous reasons, but we have an Attorney General. I'm disappointed in the Attorney General for many reasons, and you understand that. Come here, Jeff.
The long-expected departure of one of President Trump's earliest supporters, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, coming after months of blistering attacks.
I said on the Department of Justice I would stay uninvolved. Now, I may get involved at some point if it gets worse.
At one low point, Trump even going so far as to declare, quote, "I don't have an Attorney General."
It's good to be with you.
All because Sessions stepped aside from overseeing the Russia investigation, something that overshadowed nearly all of his 20 months at the Justice Department.
He took the job, and then he said, "I'm going to recuse myself." I said, "What kind of a man is this?"
And despite all the tweets and withering critiques from his boss,
I put an Attorney General that never took control of the Justice Department, Jeff Sessions, never took control of the Justice Department, and it's a sort of an incredible thing.
Sessions rarely pushed back.
The president speaks his mind. He says what's on his mind at the time, and he's been frustrated about my recusal and other matters, but we have been so pleased and honored to be given the responsibility to execute his agenda at the Department of Justice. Part of that is just this kind of case, and so I am pleased and honored to have that responsibility, and it will do so as long as it's appropriate for me to do so.
Picking his moments carefully and vowing in August that the Justice Department will not be improperly influenced by political considerations. Publicly, he advanced the president's most controversial immigration policies. Privately, a source close to Sessions tells CNN he too has been frustrated that Mueller's investigation is not yet completed. And the Attorney General hopes he will be remembered for never undermining the integrity of the department. With Sessions now gone, his chief of staff, Matt Whitaker, will take over the department in the interim. Whitaker, a former U.S. attorney from Iowa and former CNN contributor, has served as Sessions' right-hand man since September 2017. But with Sessions now gone, the question is, who will replace him? Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has reportedly been asked about the job and has repeatedly said he's not interested. Others said to be in the running include former federal prosecutor and current Republican Congressman John Radcliffe, Boeing General Counsel Michael Luttig, and others potentially in the mix are federal appeals court judge Edith Jones, who sits on the Fifth Circuit, and Janice Rogers Brown, who used to sit on the D.C. Circuit, though a source close to Brown tells CNN she is likely not interested. Laura Jarrett, CNN, Washington.
We've been following a developing story since yesterday. Racist flyers are found on Monday, according to Public Safety. Here's more on that story. Racist flyers were discovered on student vehicles at the university's campus. According to the Shield, Sergeant Tammy Jamarillo confirmed that the racist flyers were found on Monday. At least 9 different cases were reported to Public Safety, and there could potentially be more flyers printed along campus. USI student Josh Stroth was in shock after he discovered the flyers several weeks before USI Public Safety found them. Stroth discovered the flyer, which appeared to have said, "It's all right to be white," on the windshield of his car.
It was about 2 weeks ago. I got out to my car after class, and I just saw the pamphlet on my windshield.
Strauss said he did not see anyone passing them out, but what he did see is that the vehicle was the only one with a flyer on it. USI President Ronald Rochon sent an email to all USI students, saying in part the University of Southern Indiana considers freedom of inquiry and discussion as essential to a student's educational development. But leaflets and materials that may violate the law and constitute a general threat of unlawful harassment will not be tolerated. We will keep you updated on our media platforms as information becomes available.
Yesterday was the final day to vote in the midterm elections. Over 30 million U.S. citizens voted early, which surpassed the number of votes in 2014, which was a total of 27.2. Right now, there are 97 out of 100 seats filled in the Senate, with the Republican Party leading with 51% and the Democrats behind with 44%. The House of Representatives has 418 out of 435 seats filled, with the Democratic Party leading with 51% and Republicans holding 45.1%. The votes are still being counted as we speak. Cameron Douglas will have a look at your forecast after the break.
USI's archery club has been sparking substantial interest.
Archery is a really growing sport.
Expose yourself to a unique experience.
This brings something different to USI.
The archery club offers a safe, fun environment to practice target shooting.
We compete in competitions, but we're the only college that has mass shooting right now. But it's just actually starting to get kicked off. This is the most we've had since it started.
Further information to join can be found by visiting USI's website.
Come try it out next semester.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Douglas with a look at your Access USI weather forecast. Currently, our temperatures across the tri-state right now, mainly in the 40s. We do have some mid-40s down to our south in the Kentucky area. Otherwise, bottom line, it's chilly, though, right now, for sure. 44 degrees right now for us here in Evansville with a partly cloudy sky. It feels like 41 degrees, and we are expecting those chilly temperatures to continue into the overnight, down to 34 degrees for an overnight low. Clear skies, can't rule out a small pop-up shower, 10%. I think we're mainly dry, though, throughout the vast majority of the overnight. In your hour-by-hour forecast throughout your Thursday, walking out the door in the morning at 7 a.m., can't rule out the potential for that pop-up shower, 10% chance. I think we're dry, though. 35 degrees, so make sure you bundle up if you're headed out the door at 7 a.m. By noon, we're expecting 47 degrees in a partly cloudy sky, 46 by 5 o'clock. Overall, our daytime high on Thursday, 51 degrees with a partly cloudy sky. We are expecting those cloudy skies to continue well throughout the next several days, and our temperature is going to be getting very chilly. We're down into the 20s for lows by the time we get to the weekend, and lower 40s also by then as well. And before we go that far into the forecast, let's back up to Friday. There is a 20% chance of some rain and maybe mixing in with a few flurries. Not going to be bringing any accumulation. The bigger part of the snow line looks to be moving more to the north-northeast of the tri-state as of what the models currently show as of now. But of course, those always are changing, as with the weather. That's what the weather is always changing. And so therefore, if anything does change, there is potential that more snow could be, but not a whole lot of accumulation at this point. Otherwise, cloudy throughout the weekend. We're expecting another round of rain possible on Monday, and the lows in the 20s continue into Monday, and it's going to be a very cold day on Tuesday. 36 degrees for that daytime high, lows in the 20s with cloudy skies. That's the latest. We're back with sports with Megan Cassidy after the break.
Train your body, but also train your mind.
academic skills, training your mind to succeed.
Jumping into USI's athletics, I'm Megan Cassidy for Access USI. This past Saturday, I had the opportunity to travel to Louisville for the GLVC Cross Country Championship and watched USI's junior Austin Nolan repeat as the GLVC champion, which led the way for the Eagles' 14th straight GLVC championship. Freshman Titus Winters followed up with a runner-up finish as the GLVC Newcomer of the Year award, coming in second. USI has now racked up 14 straight GLVC championship crowns, and the Eagles finished with a 38-point lead against Lewis University. The USI cross-country team finished 5th place this year. Leading them was sophomore Jennifer Comistry, who earned all GLVC honors with a 5th place performance out of 126 runners, and freshman Haley Barker, who placed 10th. Congratulations to USI's cross-country teams for an amazing season. Moving on to soccer, the 15th ranked University of Southern Indiana men's soccer team is set to host one half of the NCAA D2 Midwest Regional Thursday and Saturday at Strasweg Field for the first time since 1982. The Screaming Eagles, who are the 2nd seed, will be hosting 3rd seeded and 2nd ranked Saginaw Valley State University and 6th seeded Ashland University. The first round of the regional is set for Thursday at 7 p.m. when SVSU and Ashland play for the right to face USI Saturday at 1 p.m. In regards to men's basketball, USI opens up the 2018-2019 regular season schedule Saturday in Springfield, Illinois. The Screaming Eagles are slated to play Hillsdale College Friday at 5:30 p.m. and Malone University Saturday at 1 p.m. at the University of Illinois Springfield. Game coverage for all of USI's regular season games, including live stats, video stream, and audio broadcast, are available at GoUSIEagles.com. And we'll be back with more news after the break.
USI ROTC has commissioned many officers who have gone on to serve in the Active Army, Army Reserve, and National Guard. Many of these officers deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. The USI ROTC program mirrors the cadet motto of Scholar, Athlete, Leader. This means that the top priority for cadets enrolled in USI ROTC is a focus on their grades. USI ROTC graduates an outstanding 99% of cadets who receive scholarship contracts. If you're interested in learning more, go to USI's website and search ROTC.
Students can share their opinions about the election at tomorrow's civil discussion and debate. Tomorrow's debate will be moderated by Dr. Matt Hanka, an associate professor of political science. The event takes place tomorrow evening at 6 in the Wright Administration Building in Forum 2. The debate is free and open to the public.
After many setbacks, the USI Fuquay Welcome Center officially opened last Thursday. Access USI reporter Jana Garrett has the story.
After many setbacks, the Fuquay Welcome Center finally opened its doors on November 1st. The new building will serve as a gathering place to begin campus tours. It will become the new location of the admissions office, and it will provide space for new student orientation. The building is named after Janet and Dan Fuquay, who donated a large sum of money to help get the Welcome Center funded. For Access USI, I'm Jana Garrett.
A unique California house is for sale and catching attention of possible buyers. Jeremy Roth is in today's Take a Look at This.
Die-hard Star Trek fans can now boldly go where no one has gone before. In Southern California real estate, that is. A Malibu home featured in an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation is on the market. The ultra-modern home provided a setting for the 1989 episode The Survivors. The 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home sits on 2 acres, features a 10-car garage, a rose garden, and stunning ocean views. All this otherworldly luxury will cost you, though. The home is currently listed at $5.7 million. But if you're looking for a very unique property, it may be worth the trek to Malibu. A Florida man recently took a dangerous dive. He was caught on camera jumping into a pond filled with crocodiles. It happened at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. Authorities say the man broke in and spent hours wandering around. At one point, he jumped into a pit full of crocs and was attacked. He escaped alive and eventually fled the scene. Ironically, and I'm not making this up, it was a Crocs shoe he left behind that tipped off police. He was eventually picked up and is now facing multiple charges. We now leave you with some stunning images from India, where they're celebrating the Hindu festival Diwali. The northern Indian city of Ayodhya broke a Guinness World Record by lighting more than 300,000 clay oil lamps on the eve of the annual Festival of Lights. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
And that is all for this episode of Access USI. Tune in next Wednesday at 7:30 for more USI news. I'm Rachel Lohorn.
And I'm Ann Powell. Have a good night.